Hey guys, I'm sorry if this view looks a little bit weird, but I have a topic from God that I have to spread, so yeah, let me get this done. This video is going to be about accepting rejection. There's been a lot that's made me want to talk about this topic. So I'm gonna give you guys some reasons why you need to start accepting rejection, because it's very, very important for your walk. There's gonna be a lot of rejection, and there's a lot of necessary rejection. So it's important to start accepting it, because everything that God blocks is a blessing, and that just means it wasn't for you. So reason number one, let me start with romantic interest rejection. So this can be a form of rejection if you're like in a relationship. Like I would say for like my ex, I dated a narcissist, and so we were together for 7 years, and I couldn't get him to change for the better for 7 years, which is a form of rejection, because he just didn't like want to be better for me. And so now that I've broken up with him and I'm moving on, I realized that it was for a reason, because one, he was not a child of God, a true believer in God. So I know for a fact that he's not my spouse, and we were talking about having kids, talking about having marriage and things like that. So imagine that happening and that going through, and like we get divorced in the future because he was 100% not my spouse, and not somebody I needed to be marrying, not somebody I needed to be having kids with. So his form of rejection of not changing for me, not doing better for me, is a blessing, and it needed to happen. And I'm accepting that more and more with each day that we're apart. Number two, on this topic, this one reason, part two of that reason, accepting rejection when there's somebody not expressing interest in you, when you express interest in them. So ever since I've broken up with my ex, I'm not dating, I'm not interested in nobody. I'm trying to avoid women and men, but not like women in a romantic interest way, just avoid people, period. But I'm not interested in dating anybody. I'm just interested in going to the gym, working out, working on myself, reading my Bible. That's all I'm interested in doing right now. And it seems that ever since I've got on this tip of not being interested in anybody, the more people are becoming interested in me, basically harassing me. I can't tell y'all how many times I've been harassed. I have to really be mean and rude for them to catch the hint that I'm not interested, because if I'm just like nice and I'm like, okay, I'm not interested, I'm not dating right now, and they'll take it as, oh, she's being nice about it, so let me just keep trying, she'll come around type stuff. So I have to be like really, really mean for them to catch the hint. And it's like people are not getting it. One, I'm not dating right now, I'm not interested in nobody, but I will know if I come across my husband. I know that I kind of, like, me and God have talked about it. I'm not ready for my husband, so I know he's not going to come around right now. But at the end of the day, I would know. I know when I'm interested in somebody. It is not about looks. Like, yes, a certain type of look does interest me, but it's not about looks. Like, a real man is what I'm interested in. A real man of God is what I'm interested in, and that's very rare out here. And so I know, like, 9 times out of 10, I'm not interested in a lot of these guys that approach me, and they think that because they're attractive, I'm going to be interested, or they think that because they're in the gym, I'm going to be interested, and all this other stuff. And they think, like, they think them coming at me 24/7 is going to make me interested, and it's really, really annoying, because they can't accept rejection. And when they don't accept that rejection, they start to try to like harm my confidence and try to humble me or whatever, and just coming at me like that if I don't express interest in them. And I think it's really, really ridiculous. I'm very upfront with things like that. When I'm not interested in somebody, I don't lead people on, play around with them, just to get things out. I'm straight up forward with it. You have to learn how to accept when somebody's not interested in you, because that is not, if that person's not showing interest in you and that person is not attracted to you, why would you want to try to force them to be attracted to you? And why would you want to break their ego because they're not attracted to you? That's really off. It's really off. You got to learn how to accept that, because that just means it's not your person. Stop wanting everybody to want you. Why do you want everybody? All right. So reason number 2, or another form of rejection, is going to be opportunity rejection. So once again, if God is not if God blocks that, there is a reason for that. I would say for me, being a flight attendant, even though it's been a blessing and a curse at the same time, I see why the first place that I applied to be a flight attendant, why God blocked that. One was the spiritual aspect. They were very Mormon, and you could tell there was going to be a lot of racial factors that I was going to have to deal with at that place. And now that I'm a flight attendant and I see the network of how it works, aviation is very demonic. I'm always going to say that because it is. And the way they network it is, it can be a lot of mental and spiritual stress with the way that it's networked. There's a lot of witchcraft in the form of lies, manipulation. Yeah, lies and manipulation. A lot of that going around in aviation. So I see why God rejected the first airlines for me, and I see that, like, because I've had a lot of that going on at this job, at my job as a flight attendant now, and I've come to the point where, because you could easily lose this opportunity, especially like at the beginning, in the first 6 months you're on probation, and like it's so easy to get fired. So with all my time that I've been here, I'm almost off of probation, and I've built that trust with God to where I accept if he rejects me from this position, because I see how demonic this place is, but I also see why he has me here, because I've learned so much in a small amount of time from everything that I've been through. So it has also been in a way to where I've come so comfortable in trusting God. If he takes this opportunity away from me, no matter how much I'm getting paid right now, it doesn't matter, because I see how this position or this job or this opportunity can be spiritually, basically a spiritual attack, because aviation is so demonic. It's so demonic. It's crazy. So you really got to learn how to accept the rejection of opportunities, because as children of God, we really just can't be anywhere. We really just can't. And we can't because I'm in this field, and I know, what a lot of the people are like, but I feel like I'm learning so much and I'm being taught so much, and I'm able to be a good example for people, even though I'm taking a lot of jabs in the process. So I don't know what he wants from me with this job, or if I'm going to keep it, but I've learned to accept that if he rejects me from this position and blocks it and removes me from this position, I'm fully open to that. It's a blessing if I get removed from this, and he just has something else for me, because aviation's so demonic, bro. I'm sorry if it's loud in the background, you guys. I'm gonna try to speak kind of loud so y'all can hear me. But the last thing I wanted to say on this topic is, me personally, I've received a lot of rejection in my life. So much so that with the way that I have confidence now and the way that I glow now, a lot of people don't believe that about me, and they don't expect it about me. But oh well, I guess that's a good thing. But my rejection started when I was young. Started with my family, specifically my mother. She did a little bit my father, but which trickled down into my sisters, because that's just how my mother worked, because she was a full-blown narcissist. And that made me a bit insecure, which made me go out and get friends and romantic interests that expressed a lot of rejection towards me. And I received so much, and it was so bad that when we became adults, a lot of people from my past have apologized to me for what they've done. It's good. It's good that they made a change in their life, and if they learned a lesson, good for them. They had to learn from doing something bad. That's cool. If the bad was good for them because they learned something, it was good for me because it blessed me with true confidence. So it is what it is, and I see why it happened. I had serious confidence issues growing up. I had been through a lot, so it shows why. But I had a lot of confidence issues, which made me a very angry person. And this was all the way up until like my first year of college. After my first year of college, I ended up, if you guys want the story time, please let me know. I know it would be a really good story time to tell, because every time I think back on it, it makes me feel really, really good, because I really changed from that period of time. But my first year of college, I took strong romantic interest in this guy, and he did not show any interest for me at all. And it was just crazy because I was so interested in him that entire year, and nothing ever happened because he just wasn't interested in me. But I did a lot because of that interest, so it would be a really good story time to tell. But after that year, I had a really big glow up, and I ended up going out with my sisters one night, and the place that we went out to, the guy that I showed interest in, his best friend just so happened to be at the place. And so when we saw him, he recognized my sister first, and when he saw me, he knew that, because he knew us as sisters when we were at college, because we went to the same college. And so he knew it was me, but he looked at me as if I was almost unrecognizable. So I had always been attractive, but I lacked 100% confidence. That's why I know now it's all about confidence. That's really what makes you who you are. You could be really, really attractive, but if you have no confidence, baby, there's no attraction there. But when he saw me, he really looked at me like, wow, you're almost unrecognizable because of your glow up from the inside. And he was so taken aback that he even took it upon himself to tell me. He was like, I'm gonna let my dog know how much you've changed, because wow, it's crazy how much you've changed. And I was just like, it floated my boat, took my pickle. And every time I think back on that moment, it just really makes me feel good about how much I came to accept myself, how much I learned to accept rejection. And I remember the quote that I was saying a lot that year was, I don't want nobody that don't want me. I would think too, I don't want everybody, so why would I be mad that everybody don't want me? So as the finisher, I just want to say, y'all, don't be out here being greedy. Everybody ain't gotta want you. Just because you find somebody attractive, you like their swag, their lingo, their confidence, that doesn't mean that's your person. That doesn't mean that they're for you. That person could just be attractive with good confidence. Why nobody can be just friends with people anymore? Even so, that doesn't mean that that's your friend either. You're not gonna click with everybody. You're not going to be for everybody, and that's okay. Don't be greedy. Let what is for you come to you and accept it. And if it's not for you and it's not yours, accept that too, and that's okay. But yeah, That's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, I like the way she playing fast with me, not just the way she looks. She wanna do a Bible study with me, told her grab the book. Walk in church, ice is busting down, know she had him shook. Chestnut checkers, knowing she my queen, told her move his up. H-E-R, got the crown, she know she hurt.